A transversal cuts a pair of parallel lines. So this is a pair of parallel lines. The lines are parallel as indicated by this symbol here, this arrow symbol, but the transversal cuts this pair of parallel lines. So we have properties of angles that will exist. So we are asked to find angle B, F, E, G, and H. We know what is A. Okay, so the overall mindset of this, how to approach here, is that you're moving from known to the unknown. The method here, move from known to the unknown. And we're starting by stating the relationship between the known and the unknown. Okay, so first of all, we have to find B. Finding or find B. This is our first one, number one. Okay, so let's just go up a little there. Good. So A is 45 and B is next to the 45. So what's the relationship between A and B in terms of position? Right? So in terms of position, A and B are on the same line. Okay? They're on the same line. So find B. And what you can do too, there's a list of various positions that is possible. A and B are on a line. So it's called on the line. So to find the other angle, if you know this one and you have to find the other one, you simply subtract 180 from what you know. So that is what we're going to do. So let's get back. So A and B are on a line. Since A is equals to 45, then B is equals to 180 take 45. Yes, 180 take 45. So you're going to get 135. So you can see what we're doing here. We must know the relationship between what you know and what you do not know. We know what is A. We know what is A. We do not know what is B. But the relationship is that A and B are on the same line. Right? So if they're on the same line, then you subtract what is known from 180 degrees. So that is what we did here. We subtract what we know from 180 degrees, and this is going to be the other one. So that's the first one there. And we must be clear that it makes a lot of sense, because if this whole thing is 180 degrees and you know one of them, how do you get the other? You simply subtract what you know from 180 degrees to get the other. Okay, so let's go to the second one now. The second one is F. We have to find what is F. So we're moving from known to unknown. So F is here, but we know two things already. We know A is 45 and B is 135. So the question is, we can either, it's going to be better to get here from B to F. So B is 135 and F is, we don't know. What is the relationship between B and F? Well, we can go to our little list of possibilities, and we understand that whether it's here and here, or here, here, or here and here, It's all dealing with corresponding positions. And corresponding positions are always the same. Okay? So F and B are corresponding. Therefore, they are the same size angles. They're the same size angles. So F, since B is equals to 135, then F is equals to 135 degrees as well. So we're moving from known to unknown. But first of all, we must know the relationship. Okay, so don't forget that. Let's do another one. Let's find for E. Find E. So we look back at our diagram there. E is here, and just now we know what is F is 135. So we can take any one of these angles. We can use this to get E, B to get E, F to get E. Whatever our choice is, it does not matter. But what I can see here though is that A and E, they're in corresponding positions, just like the previous one. So this will be the same angle. So what we say now is that E and A are corresponding. They're in corresponding positions. So they are the same. So since A is equals to 45, E will be equal to 45 as well. So this is how you find different angles when a transversal cuts a pair of parallel lines. You're moving from what you know to what you do not know. You find the relationships first, and then you can consult your little list of possibilities, and you will know what to do. Sometimes you have to subtract from 180. Sometimes the angles are going to be the same, like the corresponding angles, and so on. So you have few here to do as exercise, and please go right ahead. Find for G and H. So kindly pause the video and find for G and H. All right, so I hope you would have done your little exercise. So G and H. So let's look at our diagram and we'll check for relationships first. Moving from the known to the unknown. Okay, we would have found here to be 45. Let's just remember that. Now G is right here. This is G. Right? Is there an angle that we know already? There's a lot of angles that we know already. But the closest one is this one here, which is 135. G is right here, and they're all on a line. So angles on the line. So when we check here now, the angles on the line. On a line, you subtract 180 from known. So let's do that. G, G and F are on a line. So F is equals to 135. G is going to be 180 take 135 is equals to 45. All this is all degrees. So we found what is G. Now we have to find what is H. H. Let's look back at our diagram. H is here. G is 45. Now we can see that H and F, we can use anything here. We can use angles on the line, we can use opposite angles, we can use what corresponding angles will not work here as yet because we didn't find out what is D. So we can use angles on the line for H as well. We have so many choices we can make. Let us use opposite angles since we haven't done that as yet. Opposite angles. So F. Opposite angles. Look here. Opposite angles are always the same. So and H and F are opposite angles. H and F are opposite angles. So since F is equals to 135, then H is going to equals to 135 as well, because opposite angles, they're always the same. And you can see that for your own eyes. This looks small, this looks small. This look big, this look big. So this is same, that is same. Okay? So there you go. I hope that you understood how to find various angles when a transversal cuts a pair of parallel lines.